Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Leiden's Broadway in the 90s. Tonight, we invite you to experience the splendor and excitement of New York's Great White Way during the last decade of our 20th century. And what better a way to begin our show than with the music of Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Of religion and politics, dancing cats, and even skating trains. The world wondered what would follow. The answer, when it came, was Phantom of the Opera, a straightforward romantic musical melodrama with its powerful story, passionate music, and classical grand opera setting.
Think of me fondly when we said goodbye. Remember me every so often. Promise me you'll try. On that day, that not so distant day, when you are far away and free. If you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. Think of me waking silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. And though it's clear, though it was always clear, that this was never meant to be, if you happen to remember, stop and think.
No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom, let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you.
Love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Need with you here beside you. Promise me that all you say is true. That's all I ask of you. Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe. No one will find you. Your fears are far behind you. All I want is freedom. A world with no more night.
And you with me, beside me, to hold me and to hide me.
Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too.
Love me, that's all I ask of you. Of you.
City of Angels was a brilliantly funny burlesque of all those Hollywood gumshoe detective movies. Penned by Gelbart, composed by Coleman, City of Angels had its priorities in all the right places. First and foremost, It was throat-achingly funny.
Secondly, it required the audience to listen to the lines and even the lyrics in order to follow the stories of the show, which you're about to see is a duet involving a novelist and the fictional character he writes about. Listen carefully. Maestro, if you please.
You are some gumshoe, you just don't think well. Get this dumb gumshoe, you come from my inkwell. Is your mouth lonely with one foot in there? Stone your brain only holds thoughts I put in there. Just what you are I'll spell out. You are a novel pain, one speck of lint that fell out the last time that I picked my brain.
You are so jealous of my track record. Tolstoy, do tell us your feeble hack record. Your weak knees brand too soft and unstable. One small thread and you fold like a card table. You drool at my adventures. The babes you date are bored. Go home and soak your dentures. Your pen is no match for my sword. You're nothing without me, a no one who'd go undefined. You wouldn't exist, you'd never be missed. I tell you, you're out of my mind. A show off, a blowhard, you're equal parts hot air and gold. And no one would doubt me without me, you're nothing at all.
You're in my plots, I'm still your creator. I call each shot, I'm your private dictator.
You are so thick, you eat, breathe, sleep fiction. I'm your meal ticket, knee deep in cheap fiction.
You gloating ignoramus, you haven't any shame.
Hey, I'm a famous shamus, and most people don't know your name. You're nothing without me. Without me, you just disappear right into thin air, and no one would care or notice you ever were here. A puppet, an upstart, a loser who's destined to fall. I'm everything you always wanted to be.
Let's deal with the issue, you wish you were me.
You're nothing without me, without me, you're nothing at all.
Miss Saigon. The title evokes vivid images of the streets of Vietnam and the evacuation of a war-torn city. In the middle of this spectacle blooms the love of Kim, an innocent girl, and Chris, the American soldier forced the only beautiful thing in a crazy world.
In a place that won't let us feel, in a world where nothing seems real, I have found you. I have found you.
In a world that's moving too fast, in a world where nothing can last, I will hold you. I will hold you. Our lives will change when tomorrow comes.
Tonight our hearts drown the distant drums,
And we'll have music, alright, tearing the night.
a song a crazy sound, a lonely sound, a cry that tells us love goes on and on, played on a solo saxophone. It's telling me to hold you tight and dance like it's the last night of the world.
You are sunlight and I moon, joined by the gods of fortune, midnight and high noon, sharing the sky. We have first you and I.
Here like a mystery, I'm from a world that's so different from all that you are. How in the light of one night did we come so far?
Outside day starts to dawn.
Your moon still floats on high.
The birds awake.
The stars shine too.
My hand still shakes.
I reach for you, and we meet in the sky. So stay with me and hold me tight and dance like it's the last night of the
They're called Broadway, the dust of life, conceived in hell and born in strife. They are the living reminder of all the good we failed to do. That's why we know deep in our hearts that they are all our children too.
Like all survivors, I once thought, when I'm home I won't give a damn, but now I know I'm caught. I'll never leave Vietnam. War isn't over when it ends. Some pictures never leave your minds. They are the faces of the children, the ones we left behind. They're called Buidoy, the dust of life, conceived in hell and born in strife. They are the living reminder of all the good we failed to do. That's why we know deep in our hearts that they are all our children too. These kids hit walls on every side. They don't belong in any place. Their secret they can't hide. It's printed on their face.
I never thought one day I'd plead for half-breeds from a land that's torn, but then I saw a camp for children whose crime was being born. They're called buidoi, the dust of life conceived in hell and born in strife. We owe them fathers and a family, a loving home they never knew, because we know deep in our hearts that they are all our children too. These are souls in need. They need us to give. Someone has to pay for their chance to live. Help me try. In hell and born in strife, they are the living reminder of all the good we failed to do. That's why we know. That's why we know. Deep in our hearts. Deep in our hearts. That's why we know that they are all our children too.
Like Phantom of the Opera, Sunset Boulevard had become a classic as a movie before ever reaching the Broadway stage. Once again, with the singularly bigger-than-life central character. Norma Desmond is a silent movie star, or rather, she was. And this grande dame was about to make a comeback. In so doing, she quickly finds herself in love with her young scriptwriter Joe. The typical Hollywood love triangle manifests itself when a young femme fatale named Betty appears on the scene.
When I was a kid, I played in the street. I always loved illusion. I thought make-believe was truer than life. But now it's all confusion. Please, can you tell me what's happening? I just don't know anymore. If this is real, how should I feel? What should I look for?
If you were smart, you would keep on walking out of my life as fast as you can. I'm not the one you should pin your hopes on. You're falling for the wrong kind of man. This is crazy. You know we should call it a day. Sound advice, great advice. Let's throw it away. I can control all the things I'm feeling. I haven't got a prayer. If I'm a fool, well, I'm too much in love to care. I thought I had everything I needed. My life was set, my dreams were in place. My heart could see way into the future. All of that goes when I see your face. This is crazy. You know we should call it a day. Sound advice, great advice. Let's throw it away. I can't control all the things I'm feeling. We're floating in midair. If we are fools, well, we're too much in love to care. If we are fools, well, we're too much in love to care.
waiting. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last, and this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly. We all know I can do it. Could I stop my head from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for? The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. So much to say, not just today, but always. We'll have early morning madness. We'll have magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Yes, everything's as if we never said
Theatergoers in the 1990s did not lack for new entertainment with hits like Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Beauty and the Beast, and Blood Brothers. But if nostalgia were your thing, Broadway would fit the bill with its famous revivals. What better way to begin our reminiscent journey through time than with George Gershwin's Crazy for You?
I'm biding my time, 'cause that's the kind of guy I'm. While other folks go dizzy, I keep busy biding my time. Next year, something's bound to happen. This year, I'll just keep on laughing and biding my time, 'cause that's the kind of guy I'm. There's no regretting when I'm setting, biding my time. The way you wear your hat, 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 the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way you smiled with beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Upon their return, revivals found new energy, not only creatively, but financially as well. Producers such as Hal Prince broke new ground with lavishly-mounted and extravagant productions such as Showboat.
However, as we listen to this melody composed by Jerome Kern, it is clear that the most passionate moments still come from the same places as they did 70 years ago.
Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plant some is soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lip that pill, get a little drunk, and you land in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along.
Of the many revivals, perhaps the two most popular productions with young and old alike were Lloyd Webber's Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat and Frank Lesser's Guys and Dolls.
Close every door to me, hide all the world from me, bar all the windows and shut out the light. Do what you want with me, hate me and laugh at me, darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, hide those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for we know we shall find our own peace of mind, for we have been promised a land of heart.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a poison can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococcus I'd like. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a poison can develop a cold and fight a march from stalling and stalling and stalling the wedding trip. A poison can develop la grippe when they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. When they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time, a poison can develop la grippe, la post-nasal drip with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a poison can develop a bad cold. Achoo! The most successful revival in the last year has been another Frank Lesser show. How to succeed in business without really trying. This time, success did not come just from a good libretto and score. Hollywood pitched in as well with the likes of such stars as Matthew Broderick and John Stamos.
All human hearts and minds
lady tonight. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck, be a lady tonight. Luck, let a gentleman see. How nice a dame you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck, be a lady.
She'd have a soul, a woman who runs, stay guys run,
so let's keep the party polite.
So let's keep the party polite.
Never get out of my sight.
Never get out of my sight. Stay here, baby, stay here, baby. Luck, be a lady.
Luck, be a lady.
Luck, be a lady. Roll, will you roll, will you? What's the matter? Roll the dice.
In 1991, Carly Simon's sister, composer Lucy Simon, made her Broadway debut with The Secret Garden, for which she received a Tony Award nomination. In this lavish production, we witness rock ballads, standard Broadway showstoppers, and haunting melodies. The story is a familiar one, with its mixture of magic and Celtic folklore, and with the addition of Simon's lush score, the result is breathtaking.
What you've got to do is finish what you have begun. I don't know just how, but it's not over till you've won. When you see the storm is coming, see the lightning part the skies, it's too late to run, there's terror in your eyes. What you do then is remember this old thing you heard me say. It's this storm, not you, that's bound to go away. Hold on to someone standing by. Hold on, don't even ask how long or why. Child, hold on to what you know is true. Hold on till you get through. Child, oh child, hold on. When you feel your heart is pounding, fear the devil's at your door. There's no place to hide, you're frozen to the floor. What you do then is you force yourself to wake up and just say, it's this dream, not me, that's bound to go away. Hold on, the night will soon be by. Hold on, until there's nothing left to try. Child, hold on, there's angels on their way. Hold on and hear them say, child, oh child, doesn't even matter if the danger and the doom come from up above or down below, or just come flying at you from across the room. When you see a man who's raging and he's jealous and he fears that you walk through walls he's hid behind for years, what you do then is you tell yourself to wait it out and say, it's this day, not me, that's bound to go away. Child, hold on, it's this day, not you, that's
Strangely quiet, but now the storm simply rests to strike again. Standing waiting, I think of her. I think of her.
Princess Mary, she leaves the room, yet remains. She lingers on. Something stirs me to think of her. I think of her.
From death she casts her spell. All night we hear her sighs. And now a girl has come who has her eyes. She has her eyes. The girl has Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes that saw him happy long ago. Those eyes that gave him life and hope he never known. How can he see the girl and miss those hazel?
She has her eyes. The girl has Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes are closed and left me all alone. Those eyes I feel will never ever let me go. How can I see this girl who has her hazel eyes? In Lily's eyes a castle this house seemed to be, and I her bravest knight became. My lady fair was she.
She has her eyes, she has my Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes that love my brother, never me. Those eyes that never saw me, never knew I longed to hold her close, to live at last in Lily's eyes.
Imagine me a lover.
I longed for the day she'd turn and see me standing there. Would God have let her stay? She has her eyes.
She has my Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes that saw her happy long ago. How can I now forget that once I had to be in love, alive and whole, in Lily's eyes, in Lily's eyes.
Come to my garden, rest there in my arms. There I'll see you safely grown, and all your rest there in my garden. As days grow long and wild, come to my garden, come sweet child.
Perhaps the most successful musical on Broadway in the 1990s is the full-strength musical version of Victor Hugo's dramatic tale, Les Miserables, composed once again by the team of Schoenberg and Bobille. Life in France after the French Revolution is extremely cruel. The poor continue to be poor. Despair creeps into their lives and rots away any sense of hope. The year 1815. The time at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you're another day older. And that's all you can say for the life of the poor. It's a struggle, it's a war, and there's nothing that anyone's giving. One more day standing about, what is it for? One day less to be living. At the end of the day, you're another day colder. And the shirt on your back doesn't keep out the chill. And the righteous hurry past, they don't hear the little ones crying. And the winter is coming up fast, ready to kill. One day nearer to dying. At the end of the day is another day falling. And the sun in the morning is waiting to rise. There's a wind burst over the skies, like a trumpet will bring any second. There's a fire out there in the world. It's all so hard to take. At the end of the day.
Two people caught in the middle of this conflict are Eponine and Jean Valjean. In this next scene, we see Eponine wandering the streets of Paris before the Students' Revolution, knowing that she will lose her true love, Marius. Meanwhile, Valjean prays for God to save Marius from the onslaught which is to come.
On my own, pretending he's beside me, all alone I walk with him till morning. Without him I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain the pavement shines like silver, all the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. The world is full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
God on high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the son I might have known. If God had granted me a son, the summers die one by one. How soon they fly on and on before I'm old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him bring him home. Him home. Bring him this page I write my last confession. Read it well when I get lost and sleepy. It's a story of those who always loved you. Your mother gave her life for you, then gave you to my keeping.
Come with me where chains will never bind you. All your grief at last behind you. Lord in heaven, look down on him in mercy.
Forgive me all my trespasses and take me to your glory.
Take my hand, lead me to salvation. Take my love, for love is everlasting. And remember the truth that once was spoken. To love another person is to see the face of God. Do you hear Think of the people who are climbing to the light. For the wretched of the earth, there is a flame that never dies. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. They will live again in freedom in the garden of the Lord. They will walk behind the plowshare. They will put away the sword. The chain will be broken and all men will have their reward. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Somewhere beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Do you hear the people sing? Say, do you hear the distant drums? It is the future that they bring into overcome. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Somewhere beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Do you hear the people sing? Say, do you hear the distant drums? It is the future that they bring into overcome.
In October, Chicago once again finds itself the home of the blockbuster Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The show, with its tremendous drive and energy, is a party from start to finish. And there is no more fitting way to end a Broadway tribute than with our very own Leiden youth singers joining us in that familiar hit, Any Dream Will Do.
I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. A crash of drums,
A flash of light,
my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and time, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Still hesitating. Any dream